What do we want? Justice! When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
When do we want it?
Justice! Now!
He believed in freedom for all people, and he believed in an end to all forms of slavery. Today, we're marching against wage slavery. Now, what's wage slavery? Well, wage slavery is when you work every day to make your workplace successful, but somebody else is always reaping the benefits of your hard work. And wage slavery is when you have to stay in a job that you hate because it's a matter of survival. And some people say, if your job is bad, why don't you quit? But we know quitting changes nothing, so we say in the IWW, if your job is bad, then why don't you organize?
Yeah!
Yeah! We're here to march with workers who are doing just that. They're organizing, coming together to make their jobs better. And we're marching on two companies, Starbucks. They got the regional headquarters upstairs. We can wave hello. Seafood company, but not #1 for labor rights.
Sweatshop!
And both companies thought that if they just used every dirty trick in the book, they could kill the union. They spied on us, they bullied us, they interrogated us, they even fired people just for standing up for their basic rights. But you know what? We're still here, and we're still organizing, and we will not be bullied, we will not be pushed around, we will not be made to feel unimportant because of the type of work we do. And we will not be written off as a bunch of disgruntled employees with a personal problem.
That's right.
It's not a personal problem, it's a class struggle. Raised me to believe that Dr. King's legacy needs to be continued by all of us. That the fight to end discrimination based on race, gender, single parenthood, based on being poor and trying to struggle in this country full of so much wealth and so much poverty. She's always said to me time and again the words of Dr. King from a young age. She always said, when we were homeless, she turned to me and she would say, keep your eyes on the prize. You hear it? Keep your eyes on the prize.
Yeah.
As a child, you know, you hear it over and over, you hear it on all these things, it's written on stamps, it's written on government, you know, advertisements. But when you actually sit and you tell a child who's living in a hotel because they're homeless because their mother can't find a job, and you tell them, keep your eyes on the prize, we'll find a home. Keep your eyes on a prize, we'll find a better job, we'll find a better life. So it's very important today that we remember to keep our eyes on the prize. Starbucks will recognize us. Woo! They will recognize the work we do. They will recognize the work of baristas struggling to survive. Baristas on food stamps, Medicaid because they can't get the company health insurance. Baristas like myself who can't afford simple things like paying my rent while they buy a $45 million
MLK March.
The company's hurting so bad that they have to cut 3% of labor across the board and send more baristas even further into poverty while I'm watching my coworkers lose their housing. I'm watching my coworkers not feed their children, and then they have the money to buy a private jet in the middle of an economic crisis.
Where's my bailout?
We have to hold them accountable. We have to hold them accountable for what they do to us every day and stand together united that we are the coffee slingers of Starbucks. We make Howard Schultz his money. He owes us. He owes us respect. He owes us pay raises. He owes us set guaranteed schedules and hours and health insurance across the board for everyone. So let's remember Dr. King today, and remember that Starbucks has decided willfully, once being brought to their attention, that we wanted time and a half on Martin Luther King Day. If we had to work on a holiday, we should get time and a half premium pay like other businesses give their workers. We brought that to their attention and they said no. Instead, let's send out a voicemail saying, oh, we heart Dr. King, but we're not going to give you any money. So we have to let them know each and every day that we honor Dr. King, even if Howard Schultz and Starbucks does not.
Yes.